Welcome to 31 Bedtime Stories for 31 Nights of March. Tonight's bedtime story is The Perfect Siesta by Patel Manna. In the middle of the day, in the jungle, the jaguar was very hot. All of a sudden, a cool breeze started to blow, and the big cat thought, "Rawr, what a nice breeze! It would be perfect to take a siesta." Just then the jaguar saw Coati sitting on a branch up in a tree. And he said, "Hey, could you do me a big favor? I have something really important to do, but first I would like to take a little siesta. There's such a nice cool breeze, it's just too good to resist. Could you wake me up in exactly 10 minutes? "Of course, Mr. Jaguar," answered the scared Coati. "You go right ahead and take your nice siesta. I'll wake you up." And just like that, the jaguar dropped off into a deep sleep. But then the Coati thought, it's true. It would be a shame not to take advantage of this pleasant breeze. So the Coati said to a cockatiel who was perched just a few branches above, "Hey, could you do me a favor? I have to wake up the jaguar in 10 minutes because he has something very, very important to do. But first I want to take a little siesta. There is such a nice cool breeze, it's just too good to resist. Would you mind waking me up in just 10 minutes? "Of course," said the kind cockatiel. "Go ahead and take your siesta. I'll wake you up." And just like that, the Coati dropped off into a deep sleep. Then the cockatiel thought, there's no denying it. That really is a pleasant breeze. So he said to the only animal who was close by, "Hey, you there, sloth! I have to wake up the Coati, who has to wake up the jaguar, who has something very, very important to do. But first, I would like to take a siesta. There is such a nice, cool breeze. It's just too good to resist. Would you be so kind as to wake me up in exactly 10 minutes? "Really? What? Of course." "What?" replied the sleepy sloth. "Wake me up in exactly 10 minutes, repeated the cockatiel. "It's very important. You have to stay awake." "10 minutes. No worries," said the sloth with a big yawn. "Thank you so much," said the cockatiel, who dropped off into a deep sleep. And then, just then, the sloth felt the cool breeze and realized that, she should ask some other animal to wake her up in 10 minutes. But there was no one awake to ask. This was such torture for the poor sloth. But she'd given her word to the cockatiel, who had promised the Coati, who had promised the jaguar, who no one was particularly thrilled to see angry. "I've got to stay awake," she said to herself. 1, 2, 3 minutes went by. The sloth was battling sleep more than any other sloth in sloth history. 4, 5, 6 more minutes went by. She could almost hear the breeze whisper, 7, 8, 9 more minutes went by. Her eyelids got heavier and heavier. And just when there was only 1 more minute left before she had to wake the cockatiel up, The sloth fell fast asleep. Then all of a sudden, the nice cool breeze that was blowing through the jungle turned into a huge, tremendously loud snore. The sloth woke up. The cockatiel, the coati, and the jaguar, bang! Right on the 10th minute. The startled animals each ran off in different directions without stopping to offer any explanations. Meanwhile, the sloth stayed right where she was, snoring away through the night, not letting anyone else sleep in the jungle for a very long time. Good night, everybody. The Perfect Siesta by Patumena.